There is a quiet contradiction that many humans experience. We want progress. We want happiness. We want change. Yet sometimes, just as life begins to move in the right direction, we hesitate, pull back, or make choices that seem to work against us. Plans are delayed. Opportunities are avoided. Good habits slowly disappear. It can feel confusing, even frustrating. Why would anyone stand in the way of their own growth? Why do humans sabotage themselves? To understand this pattern, we must first understand the purpose of the mind. The human brain is not designed primarily for happiness. For thousands of years, stability meant safety. Predictability meant protection. Anything unfamiliar, even if positive, could be interpreted as risk. Today, this ancient mechanism still operates beneath our awareness. Success, change, or personal transformation can feel uncertain, and uncertainty can trigger subtle resistance. We may tell ourselves we are not ready, that the timing is wrong, that we need more preparation. Sometimes these thoughts are practical, but sometimes they are protective stories. Self-sabotage often begins as a way to avoid discomfort. Imagine someone who dreams of starting a new career. They feel inspired, energized, hopeful. Yet as the moment approaches, doubts begin to grow. What if I fail? What if others judge me? What if I lose what I already have? These questions create emotional tension. To reduce that tension, the mind may unconsciously choose familiarity over possibility. We delay action. We distract ourselves. We create reasons to stay where we are. From the outside, it may look like a lack of discipline. From the inside, it is often fear mixed with self-protection. Another powerful influence is identity. Humans develop stories about who they are. I am not confident. I am not successful. I am not the type of person who takes risks. These beliefs can become invisible boundaries. When life begins to challenge them, discomfort arises. Growth requires stepping beyond the familiar version of ourselves. Self-sabotage can be an attempt to maintain a consistent identity, even if that identity limits potential. There is also the fear of responsibility. Change brings new expectations, new decisions, new visibility. Sometimes remaining in a comfortable struggle feels safer than facing the unknown demands of improvement. Interestingly, self-sabotage is not always dramatic. It can appear in small daily choices: skipping one workout, avoiding a difficult conversation, procrastinating on meaningful goals. These moments seem minor, but over time they shape direction. Yet there is another side to this story. The ability to recognize self-sabotage is also the beginning of awareness. When we notice our patterns without harsh judgment, we create space for change. Growth rarely happens through force. It often begins through understanding. We can ask ourselves simple questions. What am I really afraid of? What belief is holding me back? What small action can I take today? Progress does not require perfection. It requires movement. And movement becomes easier when we accept that fear and uncertainty are natural parts of transformation. Self-sabotage reminds us that humans are complex. We carry both the desire to evolve and the instinct to remain safe. Learning to balance these forces is part of becoming more conscious. It is not about eliminating resistance completely. It is about learning to move forward even when resistance appears. Because every meaningful journey involves moments of hesitation. Every new chapter begins with some degree of doubt. And sometimes, the greatest obstacle we face is not the world around us, but the quiet voice within us that says we cannot. When we learn to listen to that voice with curiosity rather than fear, we begin to change the story. Self-sabotage loses its power when awareness grows. Step by step, choice by choice, we create a new relationship with ourselves. One based not on avoidance, but on possibility. And perhaps the most important realization is this: the same mind that once held us back can also become the guide that moves us forward.